All right, welcome back. This is game number 3 of our very first match of the entire Saints Gaming season here in the OPSE preseason versus Carleton University. Carleton took game number 1 rather convincingly. However, it just completely flipped there, it seems, for St. Clair College in game number 2. And now, getting started with game number 3, hitting the bands right away.
Looks like the Saints don't like bugs or gargoyles.
Apparently not, as Kha'Zix and Galio both getting taken out extremely quickly. There we go. And then, okay, we're not going to have the Lilia this time here. It looks like Carleton shutting that down before it gets started once again. And Caitlin taken out once again. Try and true ban here.
It would be interesting to see a Senna ban here. Or that too is for Frez. Is a very oppressive laner for Frez to deal with. But Carleton have to make a decision here whether to either give over the Ashe or ban it, or even the Senna too. Oh, the Yone.
They're just taking away the pieces that seem to have worked last time. This is essentially what happens. What is going to happen when both teams take away all the champions that essentially won the game? They left the Ashe. Yep, they instantly take care of it. Ashe on the board. That arrow, those slows, they're just too good.
And we're gonna have another Senna for game number 3.
At this point, the 80 carry slot, for the most part, when one of those are when either Caitlin or Ashe are left open, is going to be one of those plus Senna. Seems to be the way this meta rolls right now.
I don't know if you noticed, Daniel, but we have Biansfa playing support this game.
I was going to mention that there was the substitution here. Mansfo taking over the support role. Barnacle Boy did fantastic in your first 2 games. Hopefully we'll see you again sometime soon. But we'll have to also see how Mansfo manages to take this support role and how different does he play compared to Barnacle Boy.
Oh. So they both play Nautilus.
Okay. I mean, this actually makes a pretty smooth transition. This is kind of the stuff that I would personally want to see when you have a substitute. Have them play exactly what the other guy would have played anyway, because it just makes for smooth transitions. Having 2 supports with 2 polar opposite styles would be very, very rough on Lazi.
We're going to see Nautilus and Shen 3 games in a row coming from the sides of Saints Gaming.
I'm actually extremely surprised with how confident they are with these 2. I mean, Frez got absolutely bopped during game number 1, but game number 2, much better performance. And then, I mean, bot lane for the most part has been pretty smooth overall. Like, Barnacle and Lassie have been doing pretty fine. So, safe pick overall on the side of the Saints. And we have some different picks here on the side of Carleton. The Karma and the Ornn.
The Ornn getting through a ban phase for once in this series. So we'll possibly get to see the ornaments if the game scales or goes for that long.
It's becoming an absolute unkillable object in the late game, of course.
He's an immovable object.
Exactly. Now, what do St. Clair want to ban here? I'm trying to see. The Shyvana's still there if they want to try and let that through. Because like you're saying, it relied a lot on the other lanes doing well to have allowed Shyvana to go as crazy as it did.
Just getting a message from William here, who is if you guys
I remember him.
Is his name is Lord. I won't say his full name because
it's Lord. It's Lord, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lord. Then you know the rest.
Yeah, Lord TM, yeah.
This is a first coming from Carleton. The Kindred band coming, targeting Trick in the jungle.
And I do recall when I was actually doing a little bit of research for a cast once. Don't tell anybody. But I was actually looking up Trick's past games, at least on his main account. There wasn't that much activity as of lately, to be honest. But there was a decent amount of Kindred. So I'm actually very surprised to see the focus on that champ specifically. And this one weirds me out a little bit. Why Kayn? We haven't seen it at all so far.
Kane wouldn't really mesh with this team comp unless you're going like Assassin Kane or something. But looks like they're mixing up in the mid lane with Zillion
Somebody's a Bjerg fan.
or Jensen.
Or Jensen, yeah, that's true as well. I mean, time and time again, we see Zillion. He's not the most hype champion in the world, but he damn well is effective.
He just gives anybody on your team a second life.
He is just the embodiment of support. And then here we go. We got two different picks here. The Olaf is locked in.
And the Zoe, which has been banned for both game 1 and 2. But getting through ban phase just like the Ornn has this game. And the Ashe.
Now the jungle still hasn't been necessarily picked out here for the side of Carleton as well. Do we see Shyvana make a return?
If Shyvana can get snowballing she did in game 1, never mind. They're just gonna walk in graves before I finish my sentence.
Yeah, that's all right. Just overall solid pick. So 3 games, 3 different team compositions on both sides. I like this already.
It's what you call a great variety of games and champions.
I'm extremely grateful because I remember the days of like how we are with Ashe and Caitlyn right now. And if you don't pick Ashe, Caitlyn, those are banned. You pick like Senna and something else. I remember the days when that was basically every role.
I remember the days of playing Ashe mid lane in season 1.
Those are the days.
Yes, they were. I am very old. No, I'm not really old. I just played the game for 10 years.
For sure. My first, where I started playing when Orianna first came out. So I'm pretty old too, but at the same time, I've not exactly been active. So. But the biggest disappointment in both these drafts, there was no Shaco.
Very true.
What do you want me to
do? What do you want me to do? Do my Shaco laugh on stream? I'm pretty sure it's very. Last time I did it was like very bad, but I don't remember since I haven't done it in a while.
I'm tempting you, ain't I?
No, you're not at the slightest.
Dang it! I tried. You have to give me bonus points for trying, right?
Yes, very much so.
And of course, before this game actually gets started, I just wanted to let everybody know. Well, first off, as you may have already noticed, we are streaming on more than just Twitch this year. We're on Twitter, we're on YouTube as well. And like any platform, be sure to let your friends and family know about us. And of course, if you do want to try out for any of the St. Clair teams, the roster locks aren't, for most games anyway, aren't until October. So be sure to go to our website and apply. And then we'll contact you via Discord. Still got time. And then lastly, this may be the only match this week, but we're about to get into the main season within a week or two, and it's going to start getting crazy. This, of course, is the lineup for the upcoming matches. We are going to have pretty much one match streamed every day of the week, except maybe Sundays unless there's a tournament. But like the next match...
That is a lot of content, if I do say so.
Absolutely. The next match that you'll be seeing here on the stream is going to be on Wednesday the 16th, just about a week from now, 8 o'clock. It's going to be another preseason match, this time, though, in the UCEA Overwatch League. So be hyped for that. And we'll get to see League of Legends again pretty soon as well. The 19th, you guys have your HUE League of Legends Invitational Tournament. Look forward to watching that. That one starts early, though. I'm going to be a sad boy for that one. I'm happy to stream some content. But God, that's early.
But going back to the game here, I'm curious to see how the two junglers will interact in the jungle. Because last time I checked, Olaf does somewhat counter Graves with his undertow, his axes.
Right, because they have that little slow attached to it, right? So he can just catch right up to you. And I mean, I feel like early game Olaf does a bunch of damage.
A lot of people might not know this, but if Graves is slowed even the slightest, his dash, as I mentioned before, his E is like significantly slower. So like the animation is slower.
Oh, it even cuts that down. Okay.
Yeah, it's really weird, but it works.
Okay, because I'm used to like, oh, you get slowed, you have a dash, it still goes the full distance, but then you're like slowed after the fact. You're saying the dash itself is also slowed?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so yeah,
it's kind of like the same thing as Callista, how she can dash with every auto attack.
gotcha.
If she's slowed, she is not moving.
Right.
Stun or slow, she is not moving.
All right, so the delay is taken care of. We're loading into our final match here for the night. I'm extremely happy that first day back and we're going the full distance here with both these teams. Put on a great show today. And Tommy, once again, big thank you to you for hopping in and co-commentating here with me.
Oh, not a problem. Just something to point out. Shenong on his graves opted for the ignite instead of the flash this game. So looks like he's
Aggressive.
going to be going for a very aggressive playstyle early on in the game.
Aggressive excites me.
Yes.
All right, without further ado, as we can see, it's game time. Now or never here for the St. Clair squad.
Are you stuck in the game as I am at 0 seconds?
I am still seeing a gray screen, so hang on. We're loading in. Don't you worry. Here it comes.
Weird. That is very weird, if I do say so myself.
There we go. Champions loaded in. It's game 3 time. Preseason action just about to wrap up. Who's going to take the W here today?
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Looks like Saints is looking for an early invade.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I mean, it worked for him last time. Might as well
And
try
they spot
it.
it.
Oh, Nate, that was a huge hook there from Yansfu. Showing up
he's
huge
dead.
right off the start, and that goes right over to Yul Zoe.
Now he's feeling the effect of not taking flash right at the beginning of the game.
Insta-punish.
Exactly. And the kill also going over to Yule as well. And that's going to grant him an early Doran's Ring as well, on top of the corrupting potion.
Minions have spawned.
As if you want Zoe to have any more burst damage. Absolutely fantastic start here for St. Clair.
Looks like both bot lanes not leashing for the junglers. Shark opting for a leashless start as well to hide his location on the map.
Crafty.
Oh. Graves is about to be spotted on the ward that Fresh just spotted.
Yeah, possibly
And
looking to get some action started early. But,
And it gets swept. And another stutter. Okay. Am I still at 2 minutes and 5 seconds?
I'm on 210 right now.
So I am 2 seconds behind you.
I will try to slow it down for a second.
2:15.
In a brief
16,
moment, we see some
17.
decent damage
Oh.
coming out here for the top side. But now we got a jungle battle as well for that big wolf that's going to be going over to Trick.
Oh my.
Some damage going to be going over, but he's going to use that the plant on the ground to explode him over. And then here I will pause for about 2 seconds here as soon as this mid lane engagement happens. As that's a lot of damage coming out here on the jungler Carleton.
My.
Holy smokes, Yule's just going to go for it. He does take it down. Gus blows his flash as he goes down as well. An absolute rough start.
But Yule about to go down.
In the mid lane as well, and here comes Trick with the chase down onto the Zillion. Bot lane shoved over
ham.
Trick gets the kill as
And
well.
another one.
This camera's all over the place. Huge action coming out here. Start things off. Okay, I paused for just a second just to let you catch up here.
Okay, so
That should be good
11, 12, 13, 14.
Pretty much
15.
right there as we do get Prez battling up in the top lane once again. Gus looking to try and get some revenge after going down pretty early in this laning phase. He's going to win the engagement out.
Shenong looking for another invade onto Trick.
I was going to get the red buff, and now Trick is in a world of hurt. There it goes.
He's gone. He's that's the danger of playing Olaf. The juggler finds you at 100 HP, you're just gone.
Absolutely. Ozzy gonna try and run for the hills as Shinnok's coming down from the jungle. It's gonna be Mansfield probably going down, gonna try and flash for it. Does end up going down anyway. Neverstory going to pick up the kill onto that one. Ozzy still trying to stay in lane as best as possible. However, the Karma gonna make a little bit of extra harassment under the turret.
Another stutter again, by the way, but I don't think it will matter that much.
And
But Shinnok
okay,
is playing
Gus.
so aggressive, and oh my, Fresh just gets bopped by the brittle passive and auto attack.
On Lazi down bot, also forced to flash, and now Neverstory getting aggressive is going to win that duel out, taking care of Lazi quick fashion.
Absolute slugfest in game 3, though. Everyone's just going at each other's necks right now.
Absolutely, the one in the best situation right now would probably be,
Yo.
oh my goodness! Dillian hanging on by a
kill?
thread, but now,
Oh, the smoke screen.
oh, the revenge of Shinnok, though, went down early. Now 2s across the board. What a mess. I love it. I mean, it was weird, though. Like, Game 2 had this exact same kind of, like, chaos. However, it went really hard in the favor of Saints. This time, still just as scrappy. However, back and forth for the most part. And actually, if there's anyone favored, it is going to be the side of Carleton, just ever so slightly. And then props to Shinnok for getting back into this, considering he was the first one who went down.
Despite all that's happened in this game already, both junglers are relatively even in terms of gold.
Yeah, like, Shinnok's not CSing in the slightest or, like, doing very many camps. But, I mean, you're making up for it in assists and eliminations, so why not?
I mean, it's the herbivore versus the carnivore.
Exactly.
One place for kills, one place for farm.
It still gets you to the same spot in the end, so whichever you prefer, I suppose.
So Shinnok finally gonna get to his bot side jungle. The hawk shot, spotting out the graves in the lower half of the jungle.
Oh, you're looking to get aggressive here in the mid lane. Patop going to try and put on his dancing shoes and get out of here, but he's going to take half of his health for that. Just ever so slightly mispositioned and loses so much health.
Zoe's just a great champion, dude. Very good game design.
Yeah, it doesn't help that Zoe has already had 2 kills and an assist under her belt as well. And then Yule's just been doing a fantastic job of just constantly punishing Patalp over and over any chance that he could.
I think that ward from Saints spotted out Shinnok on that dragon.
We have an engage down on the bot side. Mansfield with the hook, but Lassie taking a bunch of damage is going to make him think twice. Yule's going to be the one who actually secures this dragon, though, in perfect timing. However, we have the sleep, and there it goes. That's going to be the shutdown gold going over to both of these champions, both of these players.
Trick
Yule
lives, too, because
Trick
first
gets some.
Knights.
And yeah, he ends up living out of that, too. So a 2 for nothing plus a Drake for St. Clair.
Price coming to the rescue with his Stay United from the top lane. Keeps Trick alive, but still gets interrupted by the Ornn.
Although it looks a little bit rough here for Frez. He's going to be forced to blow that flash on that 1v1. One taunt too many, it looks like, and Gus is going to be able to punish him for that greatly. We're not even 10 minutes in yet, dude.
I know. But just looking at both junglers, despite how aggressive Shinnok's been against Trick in terms of invading, Trick is somehow like slightly ahead. Ever so slightly, if I do say so.
I'm just happy with how even this game feels, but then I look at the gold and it's like, wait a minute. I guess it's almost 1,000, but it's...
Shinnok is spot on a pink ward.
Yeah, are they going to think about getting crafty? Use that plant, blast over maybe?
I don't think so.
Baited?
Oh, Prez is baiting.
Oh,
hit the plant.
There it goes. Trick's going to secure that.
Vianstra from out of nowhere on the roam. This might be even a Herald here.
Might as well go for it. You do have the extra beef there with Mansfo there. And actually, no, he's just going to opt to solo it, it looks like. Yeah, I did not see Mansfo come in at all.
I didn't even notice.
It's like, okay, they're going to try and 2v1 this. This is possible. Oh, never mind. This is extremely possible. There comes the anchor.
From out
Shuts
of
it down.
nowhere.
Shuts it down nice and quick.
It looks like Trick will easily be able to secure this this Herald.
Big damage, ignite onto Shinong, and that extra little damager from Trick's going to get the kill. However,
the
Patalp is
axe.
right there to set off the Zillion ult, and we're going to have ourselves a scrap. It's going to be Shinong going down for the second time in this team fight. Then the Ornn going to try
Patalp
and
out of
jump
mana
onto
though.
him.
He's getting ran down by Olaf. Flash
Goes down,
Cleanse
and there's
too?
another one that's going to be Yul taking care of that one.
Oh, that's a tilter you hate to see.
That, I think, was a 3-for-0 on the side of Saints. Some of these team fights are just not going well for the side of Carleton. And I mean, it's kind of terrifying, but Yul's Zoe is absolutely on fire right now.
Oh, 100%. I think that'd be the reason why they banned it for 2 straight games, but the one game they let it through, he just popping off.
And of course, Zoe had the extra flash stored, so as soon as Gus showed up, just flash away. You still have an additional flash if you really needed it.
Going to the bottom side of the map, they're just chilling in the bot lane, just farming. Even though Saints is down 2 kills in the bot lane, Lazzie's ahead 20 CF.
He thought he had the chance, and it
Oh
gets
my.
absolutely shut down. Trick showing up out of nowhere once again, adding on that extra damage necessary, and as if Yul needed another kill, finds himself another.
Trick is now essentially just reading Shannon like a book now. I think the Grixis is out of the game.
Oh, and so much damage on that turret. It's probably going down. Even Frez in the top lane looking so much stronger compared to game number 1. Did solid in game number 2, but he relied a little bit on some additional some jungler help. Now he's able to take this 1v1 rather consistently here versus Gus. And
I'm a jungler, and I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I am Junger.
I am Junger. I am Jungry.
But we got the Mountain Drake spawning in roughly 35 seconds. Fresh short on the taunt again though.
I mean, if there's anywhere where Carleton needs to just pop off out of nowhere, it would have to be a team fight. But even look at this, the 7 to 9 level difference.
Oh,
it's going to be just
my.
Trick just pushing
He's just
the
gonna run
go
him down?
button. Runs him down, takes him out, add another one to the kill board. 5-1 for him. 6-2 on Yul. Holy smokes.
And he even built Medjai's. That's just straight disrespect there, coming from Yule.
This is revenge for the Shyvana game, I suppose, where the Medjai's fireball would just take everybody out.
You kill me with fireballs, I will kill you with Zoe.
How does Stars and Galaxy Dust sound? 2 levels up here in this top lane, too. Holy smokes. This one's really looking good for St. Clair.
Oh?
Something would really have to go wrong here for them to drop this lead, I feel. I do not want to curse this, though.
This is just Saints game to lose. Oh?
And actually, Gus is looking to be aggressive here. The shield comes out for Frez right at the right moment. He's going to be able to just taunt away.
Does he get away? He does.
Doesn't give away the kill for free. And while all this is happening, it's Drake time.
Frez can potentially look for a kill here on Gus if he lands his taunt.
He is going to go for it, actually. Jumps on him, takes him down. That's a dragon and a kill.
Just so much damage. And Yule just being ever so annoying on the Zoe and stealing away the enemy Raptor camp. Did he get that red buff as well? He did not.
I mean, you need fancy feet to dodge Zoe, but at the same time, does it really matter if you're dancing around if Trick is just going to push a button and run you down and just crack you over the skull? It doesn't really matter. It's nice that there's so much gold in 2 champions and 2 players that have 2 different objectives. And there we go.
Lazi.
Bot lane going to start getting
Oh
some
my-
action here.
What is that? Hitbox.
Oh, Never Story barely going to survive here. The shield coming out just in time. However, Iman is forced to use the stopwatch. Tower's going to try and make things a little bit difficult here for Minstrel. He somehow got that max range. Beautifully done there.
Yeah, stopwatch.
Holy smokes. And Frez
top
coming in to
flash.
clean it up.
Just so well played from the side of Saints.
Everywhere.
And Trick is just going to run the mountain down.
Everywhere you look, there's Carleton death.
It's just a bloodbath everywhere.
I mean, it was a brawly game to begin with, but now it has become so one-sided that it doesn't even feel like the same teams at this point. However, Trick may have overextended ever so slightly, but that is going to be the teleport coming in here from Frez. He's going to try and hunt down Shenong, but going to hop over the wall. Frez still chasing, though.
He has no taunt.
Yeah, already used a taunt to try and jump over there. Is he going to try and dive this? He seems to have the damage to do so. This might be a bit of an over-aggressive move. The shield's going to come in clutch, and that's actually going to be some shutdown gold going over to Shenong, and that was just an unfortunate overextension there on the side of Frez.
I think he would have gotten the kill if he just hit the tower instead, because I'm pretty sure Titanic damage still goes through on tower. Last time I checked, that is. Who knows? I might be wrong.
Well, I mean, if there's any way that Carleton's coming back, it's going to be through plays like that, where you get a little bloodthirsty, you chase for days, then you end up either eating too much turrets or you find multiple members of Carleton. It is still possible. How many pro games have we seen, or games in general, do teams get a massive lead and just can't close out?
Ooh.
It happens way too often.
Barely hitting that hook onto Gus. They're gonna take the second Rift Herald though.
They're lining up for it. Got to about half health now. Lazi's here as well. Put some extra DPS on it, and they should be able to secure it.
Yeah. Oh my, Never Story just got his HP just eviscerated by the Zoe.
Arrow coming down. That's going to be right on target. Iman is going to be taken down nice and quick. I mean, Zoe's got the freest of attacks after that arrow.
Even with the QSS, he still could not survive that.
That's impressive.
There was just too much CC laid on top of the Ash arrow.
Gosh, the top tower going down. The second mid turret down to half already. Still pushing down that top side as well.
Saints just have total control over the map right now. Not letting Carleton breathe whatsoever.
Ooh. I mean, Shenong got to just like farm for days, but it doesn't really matter when they're diving your team. Iman almost getting taken down again. Shelly coming in for that turret hit, taking at least half of it down already. Frez with the bomb. It's just going to go in the background, but Lassie's a bit out of position here. Going to get caught out instantly. Shenong going to find the kill onto
Counter
that.
engage.
And then Never Story also finding the kill onto Man's Foul. And a little bit of signs of life coming out here from Carleton.
Oh my. Yule still alive, just chunking away at Carleton with the paddle stars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, finally gonna back out.
They're just gonna go for a reset and look to try and take the third Drake, which is a Cloud Drake this game.
So that'd be 2 Clouds out on the field this time, I think. Or am I wrong? No, I'm wrong.
No, first game was Ocean, second game was Infernal.
Yeah,
We've had a different Drake every game this series.
that's kind of cool. Hey, Trick gonna make this a little bit difficult for them, like trying to either get vision or trying to get their blue buff, making it so it's not safe in the slightest. Yeah, Schnog, you may have gotten a couple kills, but you still got to get out of dodge when you're in front of an Olaf, especially one that's 6-1.
But Saints should not go for this dragon. The Trick does not have smite on him right now, as he used it on the Scuttle Crab. But I don't think Carleton knows that he doesn't have a second charge on his smite. So they're just gonna give it up.
All right, so that definitely worked out there for St. Clair.
But now we're just in a little bit of a null state where everyone is just gonna farm for, I'd say, probably a minute and a half.
Well, Yule just pops the heal and goes aggressive with it, that little extra burst of movement speed, but wasn't able to get the spells to land.
And Yule has double pen items, so he's going to be doing quite a bit of damage to anybody that he hits on the side of Carleton.
And there's the arrow, makes contact, but of course, Everstory wisely keeping that cleanse ready for that arrow hit. Just brushes it off and falls back behind the tower. Okay, Yule jumping in once again. Did it make contact with a buddy? Neverstory nearly got popped. Holy smokes.
Yeah, he won't have fight for the next fight that happens. And Lassie is also going for the CDR build on the Ashe as well, going for the Essence Reaver instead of the Blade of the Rune King.
I mean, with how much your other teammates are popping off, you might as well just be support Ashe. As often as you can get your slows out, as often as you can get your arrows out, just keep firing them.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you slow them down, crowd control them, we'll tear through them. And I mean, Ashe still, even with this build, is doing a decent chunk of damage anyway, so it's not like you're completely giving up your damage to do so.
Both top laners just backing in front of each other, like there's a mutual gentleman's agreement. I'd like to see Saints try and get a pick on Neverstory when the Karma's not around him, because he has no cleanse, and the only cleanse that he has right now is from Emon's Michaela's Crucible.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. I mean, as much as you trust your teammates, if you don't have to rely on them, you feel much better. And okay, St. Clair just going to opt to Baron here. Although Carleton knows
very risky from them.
Massive chunk of damage. That ultimate's going to be forced right away before the real fight even gets started. Yule is just doing so much damage to so many members here. Neverstory gets smoked by the Ashe arrow, and it's going to get absolutely popped right down to 5% HP.
He's so low, but Patel getting caught out.
Okay, yeah, Patel goes down. However, it is going to get traded out real quick with Patal as well as Shenong, and we're going to see Iman fall as well. Can they find one more? Trick tries to find it, but not quite going to get it. And Gus was not a part of that in the slightest. Just left his team to go down, just straight up farms that bot lane. As the rest of St. Clair just tears through middle now, and is going to secure this inhibitor probably quickly. I would hope they take care of this. There it goes. And now they can either reset or possibly a Baron push. It looks like reset is the option.
They're just gonna reset to spend their gold, because there was no way they could finish a tier 1 tower.
Oh,
but
counter
Lassie
engage.
getting caught out. Oh
Actually,
no!
This gets completely
Neverstory.
flipped on its head. Neverstory gets completely popped by Yule once again. From when it looked like Lassie was about to get caught out of position, it was just bait.
You might just look on Baron after that.
I mean, you might as well. I think the smite isn't nearly available here for Trick as well. You just have to deal with Shenong. But if you have this Zoe, if you have Yule just constantly zoning them out anyway, I mean, you could take this Baron for free.
Shenong looking on Yule.
Uh-oh, there we go. Was point blank with him, was able to get the shotgun
Finally
shots where he needed it.
Arrow barely hits.
Now, this may have been an overconfident move here on the side of St. Clair, but Lassie is now in the
Shenong's
fight.
caught out. What is he doing?
Wow, Lassie again, just barely almost finding himself out of position, living on a thread, and everybody, including his team and himself, just turn it around and pick up a kill.
Carleton is just not playing to their win condition right now, which is the ornaments from Ornn. No pun intended.
Or the other 3 or 4 ornaments, not pun intended as well.
Yes, but
Okay.
he's not even level 13 yet, so he doesn't even have his own upgrades as well.
Yeah, so he's definitely hurting.
Level 14 is when he can his first upgrade for his teammates. But the only thing he can really upgrade on Carleton is the Shenong's Black Cleaver. Carletons don't have enough gold to buy the Ornn items, or the items needed to upgrade.
And you got a lot of, I mean, a lot of deaths, but a lot of gold from kills and assists here on Shenong, of course. So he's going to dive in, but I'd be extremely nervous trying to Give all
This is
the
a soul point for the side of Saints Gaming.
Oh, it is too. 3 Drakes already on the board. If this gets cleaned up, it is going to be massive trouble on the side of Carleton.
They just have no way to get into the river.
Oh, they get it, and the arrow is right on target. Schnog is down
They
instantly.
just collapse on him.
And while this fight is happening, minions are pushing the mid turrets as well.
Kimon.
Barely going to get out of there with his life, but they have to completely retreat here. Saints just need to quickly focus on a specific target. Don't split themselves too thin. I've seen that a few times here from them today, or in this game alone, where they get such a good lead and kind of go around. Yeah. And Baron is going to be the call, and I mean, of course, Shen can show up whenever he pleases for the most part without ultimate, so makes sense. He can take care of that bot lane, as the rest of the squad are going to try and secure this Baron halfway down. Once again, Yule's going to be on zoning duty.
As he always is. But if Carleton can stall out for another 5 minutes, they still have a chance with the Elder Dragon coming up. But I don't think Saints will let them do that.
I mean, if they spread themselves too thin, it could definitely happen. However, looks like everybody's going to back up. Spend some of that gold, yeah. I'm sure they're sitting on a little bit at this point. Regroup, let Shen do his thing, and then everybody else just stay together.
And Death Stance completed for Tricker. He's going to be a very hard person to kill.
And the flank attempt here in the top lane. This is the bait. Once again, Lazzie's doing it again. He's probably going to go down here. Never mind, that is going to be Frez with the ult, but he does get bursted down.
Oh, the collateral damage. It was just enough damage to kill Lazzie there before the Shen could TP in.
I mean, it's not a bait if they actually take you out, so...
That pick just gave them some breathing room to stall out for Elder Dragon.
Yeah, definitely did. Don't have to worry about any sort of long-range engage. So consistent damage. Your turrets are probably going to be okay.
They still got to be careful of Yuldo on his Zoe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they could see... I don't know. Oh, they're going to jump on Frez. Yeah, Frez in an absolute world of hurt, just getting completely CC locked. Going to try and get back over here, but that is the most unfortunate bomb in the world. There he goes. Gets popped. Taken down. However, Yule getting a little bit antsy too. Gonna be going down after a massive overextend trying to save Prez.
Meanwhile, in the top lane, though, Trick and Mianspa grabbing the inhib turret. They should be able to get out with their lives, though, and save that Baron buff.
I mean, they at least trade a little bit for it, but dang, was that ever cocky coming out of the side of St. Clair. That could have been much worse.
Oh, definitely. Still, the Baron buff should be done soon, so just using the last bit of that Baron buff to recall. And I mean, look at Yule's stacks. He gets down to 1 Magi stack.
Yeah, that overextension basically, of course, resetting those stacks and putting some shutdown gold onto whoever got the elimination there.
I think it was either Senna or Graves. But at this point in the game, I'm pretty sure you would want the Senna to have as much gold as possible.
I was going to say, for the sake of Carleton, I would hope that you got it on the Senna because, yes, sure, Chenong's been all over the place, either on the kill or the death side of the board. But with all those kills and assists, he's at least gotten himself some decent gold. Senna was relatively behind, it felt like, but able to get it back at least a little bit would be nice.
He's been up. He was up 2 kills the entire laning phase for Neverstory.
Mm-hmm.
They just never got a chance to use that kill lead that they had to do anything.
Now this is giving Carleton some breathing room. The first turret, or first mid turret rather, going down.
Oh man, so it looks like he's caught out.
And they were thinking about going in, but they opted against it after a little bit. Staying as a group.
Looking for potential poke damage here. Looks like the first upgrade is going to, yep, the Obsidian Cleaver on Graves.
And then how often do you get to make something for your teammates? Is it every level?
Every level, yes.
Okay, so starting it off with the Graves. And then what? Probably see it on Senna next? Or does she have an item that can be upgraded?
She would have to build Infinity Edge to get the I don't know what the upgrade is called for Ornn, but it gives her more I think more critical damage. I think it's either going to be the Infinity Edge that's going to get upgraded, or the Death Cap if Patel or Pita ever gets to build it.
And Patel was probably the closest to getting
Meanwhile, Frez,
Okay.
uncontested in the top lane on the inhib right now.
Shinon going in for the duel with Trick, but he also has Lazzy right there alongside him. It's going to allow him to take down the Graves nice and quick. Mansfowl looking to get aggressive. Yule's right along the outside, completely sniping off Iman. That's going to be the Zilean ult down as well. Zilean himself is down, and this is looking like a slaughter here for St. Clair.
Meanwhile, Frez is just going to end the game by himself. That's game.
Didn't have to pop his ulti. Just kept on pushing. Already halfway through that turret. The rest of the cavalry has arrived. Nobody went down. St. Clair, after an extremely rough game one, going to turn this around. And Shinong's already out of here. That's going to be it.
That's game.
St. Clair starting off the season strong with a 2-1 victory over Carleton University.
GG to Saints Gaming. Coming back from 0-1.
Fantastic stuff coming out there from the Saints, and of course, excuse me, especially in that game they won. Fantastic job to Carleton. Especially, well, personally, I've never seen the AP Shyvana stuff. I don't know how common that is, but that made me happy for the day.
It's not common anymore. It's a niche kind of pick, like one trick kind of.
Well, it worked in game one, but banned away in game two, and then it just seemed like everybody got warmed up and just started firing on all cylinders. All lanes started winning. In game two, that fantastic level 1 team fight for St. Clair that got them so ahead and got the Jhin a double before level 1 or before level 2.
Yeah.
Like, beautiful. And then this game 3 is just
guaranteed.
solid.
BF sword, just guaranteed already.
Sympathy pains.
But yeah, good game to Carleton University.
Yes, good games. It was fantastic having a chance to play you guys. I'm sure we'll get to play in regular season action as well. Of course, this was preseason action for the OPSE, which of course, as I mentioned earlier, inaugural season for them. So all of Ontario looking to compete here. And we take the win today, but we'll see what happens when the regular season actually puts the games on the line here. I do want to thank you again, Tommy, for hopping in on commentary here with me. It would have definitely been extremely lonely, and I'm thankful to have had your knowledge and your commentary here with me today. Hopefully we can have you on again sometime soon.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for tuning into the series, and hope to see you next time.
Absolutely. And then just to close out here tonight, of course, 2-1 victory to St. Clair. And you can expect our next match to be next week, as we do have the UCEA Overwatch preseason. They have, I think, 1 or 2 preseason games. Actually, it's right there for me. Yeah, 1 preseason game, and then on the 23rd, they start their regular season. So the Saints Gaming season, as you can see, we're just about to get started. This was just the tip of the iceberg in terms of content and matches that you will have here on the Saints Gaming CA channels, whether this is the YouTube channel, Twitch, or Twitter. Be sure to follow/sub to each of them so you know when we're going live. And we're looking to put out a bunch more additional content other than just matches, as long as I don't get overwhelmed with my school schedule. But we'll see what we can do. Some player interviews and such, so you can actually get to know some of your Saints players that you're rooting for, if you're not already friends or family with them, and some additional content as well. But I'm going to sign off for the night. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you next week for Overwatch. My name is Daniel Banner. Have a great night, everybody.